It sure seems Donald Trump has had Harvard University in his crosshairs for quite some time. But there's a great twist to this ongoing saga. It's today's viral, hysterical, ultimately revealing, well, certainly educational post happened just hours ago. It's about Team Trump's brilliant crusade against the venerable institution. You know, the one that graduated Barack Obama in 1991 with a Juris Doctor magna cum laude. Well, in today's story, today's trending story, what you're about to see, well, in one corner, representing Team Trump, U.S. Secretary of Fancy Book Learning, Linda McMahon. In the other corner, Dr. Alan Garber, president of Harvard University. And let's tease this by saying, in their latest go-round and showdown, Dr. Garber, the president of Harvard, uses a foreign object. You're going to have to see this to believe it. And believe me, it will have Mrs. Vince McMahon seeing red. Frankly, I can't imagine what she's seen.
Newest name is the one that's causing some concern now. Professional wrestling companies WWE's co-founder and current campaign co-chair, Linda McMahon. She's known for having fun and sort of creating her own cameos in skits during wrestling matches. And one of her most famous employees, Hulk Hogan, actually gave a keynote speech on the final night of the Republican convention in August as well. Now she's being tapped to run the Department of Education just weeks after being named in this lawsuit, claiming that she helped create a culture of sexual abuse at WWE. Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in West Palm Beach with more. I tell you, all the controversy and the background and the stories behind these picks continues to come forward. Selena, let's talk more about what we know now about McMahon and the impact that this lawsuit could have on Trump's pick.
Yeah, Kira, I mean, the controversies around Donald Trump's cabinet picks continues to mount. It is unclear what impact this lawsuit could have on McMahon's confirmation. But as the head of the Department of Education, she'd be overseeing federal policies that impact millions of students. And the Department of Education also handles investigations into how schools are handling these sexual misconduct allegations. So that is pertinent to the lawsuit that we're talking about. So this lawsuit alleges that Linda McMahon and her husband, who are co-founders of WWE, that they created a culture of fostering and tolerating alleged sexual abuse against underage ring boys. And the lawsuit alleges that they failed to act when these allegations came to light in the 1990s. But look, McMahon and Donald Trump, they have a long history. Donald Trump has been a longtime fan of WWE. And during Donald Trump's first term, McMahon served as the head of the Small Business Administration. But currently, she's been serving as transition co-chair for Donald Trump. So that means she's been spending a lot of time with him down in Mar-a-Lago, helping to vet and advise on potential candidates. But Kira, what's interesting is that she would be leading, if confirmed, the very department that Donald Trump has vowed to dismantle.
So that dust-up with Harvard, it's taken another interesting turn just a couple of days ago. We're going to take a quick look at that, but it's really what happened today. That's our story on the other side of this video that we'll be showing you. It's an annotation for the ages. We're going to see the president of Harvard take a page out of the George the Animal Steel playbook to respond to Linda McMahon. Now batten down the hatches and see what happens when the U.S. Secretary of Education calls out the president of Harvard University. It's spectacular, and it's right after this. First, let's cross our I's and dot our T's. You'll get that in a second with a little background from a couple of days ago.
The Trump administration is again taking aim at Harvard University. Education Secretary Linda McMahon sent a letter to Harvard on Monday telling the university it will no longer be eligible for new research grants from the federal government. In response, Harvard accused the administration of doubling down on its attempts to control the university. Harvard has already sued the Trump administration after it paused $2 billion in existing funding.
You know, in the WWE, some wrestlers use what's called a foreign object to gain an advantage over an opponent. Sometimes, well, it's a folding chair. Others, maybe a ring bell. In the good old days, well, a pencil would do, hidden in the wrestler's tights. That's won many a match. But in this showdown, the one between Trump and Harvard, and particularly between Secretary of Education Linda McMahon and the president of Harvard University, Dr. Alan Garber, well, it took a terrifically appropriate turn when Dr. Garber reached into his drawer, like Baron Mikel Cicluna, and pulled out a red pen to methodically and grammatically dismantle the U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon's typo-fill letter. Let's check it out. It's quite a bloodbath. As was posted on social media just earlier today, Secretary of Education A1 McMahon sent a letter to the president of Harvard. The superb educator kindly corrected her grammatical and many other errors. Bravo, Harvard. This looks like my final paper in college, but I'm not the U.S. Secretary of Education. Believe me, I'm an idiot. I mean, ask anyone. This is absolutely great. Let's start with the first sentence. Second word and third word. Federal government. No capitalization. Okay, these are almost too numerous to mention, but the doctor's notes include corrections on punctuation, incomplete sentences, tense, run-on sentences, as well as notes on clarity and context. Hey, the U.S. Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, just got a free education from Harvard University today. Seems the only sentence she got correct was Harvard University has made a mockery of this country's higher education system. My God, this writes itself. I guess the pen is mightier than the steel folding chair. And because the U.S. Secretary of Education just got schooled, I have to ask myself, isn't there like one genius on her staff who can proofread?